Okay, g'day Christian creators. This is Morningstar Better Thumbnails, where we don't make thumbnails great, we just make them better. Now the whole point of this is if you're new on YouTube, you're a Christian and you're trying to work out how to do a channel, well, this is the place, this is where I want to gather people so we can help tell the world about God. But how to do that? Because one of the things is thumbnails is so important. In a lot of ways, it's everything. But it's not just the thumbnails, because everything, including the 10 seconds of your video, is a thumbnail. However, today I want to talk about the actual thumbnail, because there are 7. Now, I don't know if you can see this. There are 7 tools that we can use. And if you know these tools as a beginner, you can do anything you want. And you see all these wonderful thumbnails on YouTube where you can do this yourself. And don't think just because you're a beginner that these things are hard or difficult. No, they're actually quite simple, and sometimes it's just exercising that muscle. You work this out. But let's not try to overthink this, because at the end of the day, it's just, for me, this is just making everything, like with thumbnails and everything, just simple. So we're going to break it down, and so we got these 7 tools, and it's easy, it's simple, and you'll be able to do everything. Okay, so how do we start? Well, let's start with this image to start with. I've just said start twice, but now it's 3 times. But anyway, now I've picked this. You can have your own. Now, the whole theme of this thumbnail, now, I keep saying now, but because I keep thinking, oh, there's something else I want to. I've got so much information that I want to tell that I just need to back it down, slowly back away, and just calm down. Because with thumbnails, I want to question, if you're watching this, put in the chat, put in the description, like in the comments, do you do your video first or the thumbnail and title? Because I'm here to tell you, you need to do your thumbnail and title first. Now, I have an idea of a thumbnail, and I want to go through this, and I want to make it simple. 7 tools. That's all it needs. 7 tools. So and no, I'm not the one tool. There are 7. Maybe that makes me 8. But, okay. 7 tools. Now I'm going to go through them separately. Keep it simple, because people make things so difficult sometimes, and you watch the Photoshop tutorials and everything. It just, I don't know. I've used Photoshop before, but it was probably 20 years ago. And to be quite honest, it keeps going over my head. If I had practiced, I'd probably be better now. But with Pixlr, and no, I'm not an affiliate, but with Pixlr, this makes it so much easier. It really, really does. And even you can make something like this. This didn't take me that much. It was more in my head than the tools that I used. So, okay. Now, just a bit of background. YouTube has stated that they're giving us small creators the ability to have the community tab. This is fantastic. So I want to do a video about that. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly of the title, but I definitely know what I want for the thumbnail. So I'm going to do the thumbnail first, work the title along with the thumbnail, and then hopefully in the next week or so I'll release it. So I've got an idea, because small creators have not had the community tab for for never. So what we're going to do is show small creators are able to unlock what I would call a boss level, because normally you'd have to have, well, originally it was like 1,000 subscribers, etc. Then it went to 500. Now it's you and me, the small creators, the beginners. So let's go through these tools and you'll see what I'm going to do as I go along. And I'm a little bit excited what this is going to look like. So the first tool is what I call, well, it's the Lasso Tool. Or, so we've got it here. I don't know if you can see it. We go to Polygon. Now, as I said, this is pixel art. If you've got Canva and that sort of thing, actually, unfortunately, Canva, I'm sorry, you can't cut out, you can't make things transparent behind. Well, you can, but you've got to pay for it. And then there's other things like PixMonkey, and a whole heap of other ones. Again, you have to pay for it. And then you go to Photoshop, which you obviously have to pay for, and it's a whole steep learning curve. Pixel art E or X, because there's two different versions. X is probably a little bit more dumbed down, but I like E because because I feel like I'm a Photoshopper without the Photoshop. So, okay, so let's zoom in. Sorry you have to look at my ugly mug, but I've picked this face because I'm trying to look like I am a small YouTuber, but I know the secret of what it takes, because if you don't know, I've got another channel I've had for 4 years, and I've made every mistake under the sun, and I finally worked out through a lot of investigation, through a lot of reading, through a lot of experimentation, research. I know now what it takes. It's a slow game, and that's fine. But as I said, it's a slow game, but it's okay, because we just got to keep tapping at it. And that's life too, isn't it? So I am going to use, we've got the polygon tool, the lasso polygon tool, and Pixel Art E is free. Again, no affiliate, but all we have to do is zoom in to where we want, and then we don't click, we can move around, and we can just go along the edge where we want it. I might just get that tassel in. There we go. Now I'm just going inside the line, because otherwise you get the blurry edge. So the inside the line cuts it. Now this is all doing straight lines, but I mean there's other ways to do this, and you can do all the rounder edges and everything like that. But you know what? I don't want to overcomplicate it. I'm just trying to keep it simple, because we don't need all this other stuff getting in the way, getting confusing. And I'm not trying to teach you, any high level stuff. I'm just saying this is beginner stuff. All I'm doing is just following a line. That's it. And if you can't see it, yeah, see I've gone out a bit there, but who cares? It's all right. You don't have to make it great, just better. And that's this whole philosophy. Because people try and make the best thumbnails. They try and do the best titles, and a lot of the time it just ends up to be clickbait. But no, we are doing this better. And let's face it, God deserves better, not for us to be at our greatest. That's when he can use us the least. When we are just better, and doing things for him in his way, then everything works out for his good, not ours. And of course, as you know, his good is our good. All right, so I've done that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually I should have, let's just duplicate that. Now I've selected around myself. So that's one tool. But part of this tool is if you can see it here, Invert Selection. So now I've got the background only, and we hit the delete button. Now you can't see it's deleted because this one's still there. And so we got that one and we got that one behind. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So if we go to this one, we'll deselect that, and we've got that one above. Now in liar. Now this one here at the moment is, what do we call it? The background is still technically there. It's a little fuzzy to explain, but all I do is duplicate it above each other. No, you can't see it. Hang on. So we duplicate it. So we've got that one and we've got that one. So basically I get the top one, right click, right click. Down here it says merge down, and now it is just, now we can do what we want with it. It's an image with a transparent background, not an image with an invisible background that will appear if you try and do shadow or something. Now this corner here, you know what, there we go, done. Don't make too much work for yourself, just keep it simple. All right. Now that's the problem. If I put that back, yeah, all right, fine. Maybe if I do this one, move across, no. I've made it difficult for myself, haven't I? All right, that's okay. We can work this out. So what we'll do is we'll lasso again, and we'll go here, and let's zoom in. Oop. Sorry, scared you with my eyes. So let's just lasso this bit. I am being pedantic, but I guess I just want to show you that little things are simple to do. So now that is that. Oh, did we? Okay, and if we do that, okay. Oh, okay. We must have moved that a little bit. Let's hang on. Let's deselect. Let's duplicate the layer and merge down, and now we are done. Okay, beautiful. So now with the background, you may not be able to see it, but we can do whatever we want with this background. Yeah, it's a little, we might need to fix that, but we'll fix that in a little bit. Why is that? I'm confused. What about, hang on. Why is that? We have a little edge up here. All right, let's try that. That's better. And it doesn't look any worse for where. Okay, so that is the cutting out tool. Fairly simple. Next, okay, what else can we do? Well, actually, now we've got two layers. Now I want to put, should we do the background first, or should we do, let me show you a bit of what I want to do, so let's put in an image. Now, as a beginner creator, basically, we have a phone. Now, this is obviously... Now, another tool we can use is what we call the cutout tool. So this is the second one we're going to tick off. The cutout tool, we have magic mask or we have draw mask. So the draw one, you can draw it and it can disappear. But the magic mask, now it is picking the same color. So we can just click that. Most of it's gone. So it's just picked all the same color. Now obviously we've got shadow here. We got that. We got this. We got that. And we can just select. Oh, that's looking clear. Okay. So then what? Look. See, it's not looking. Yeah, we might keep that. And then we go to the draw mask. We make the edge quite sharp. And then we can just go around, and it doesn't have to be fantastic, because at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of people going over and they spend hours on something, and then when they do the final image, there's so much happening that nobody can see what you've just done. So don't get too... Just going to clean that edge up. Yeah, there we go. As I said, we don't have to make it perfect. Don't make it great, just make it better. And let's do that. Go, and maybe just a couple things here just to get little furry edges off. Again, we're not doing anything hard here. This is not hard. It's fiddly, sure, but hard. But I don't know about you, but I like... The fiddly is okay because you feel like an artist. But again, it doesn't have to be this hard. You could do this, make the background darker, put some words over it, done. I just want to do something a little bit extra today because I want to show you how easy it is. Oops, and you can go Control Z. I might leave that in actually. And then I am going to go back to Magic Mask, go in the center, and then look at that. And then we just come in here and do this again, because I am going to have some words in here. This will all make sense, and I'm going to have, just so you know, I'm going to make this look like it's a lock, and we are unlocking boss level with... Well, I want to leave that there. Actually, you know what? I might leave that there. Let's make this a bit smaller and around the edge. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. Just get that. Oh, he says, being perfect. And let's just make the brush a bit smaller. As I said, this looks difficult, but it's so easy. So stop thinking it's hard, because it's not. And this row here, this is the most difficult bit of the whole lot. And I mean, you could even leave this in for shadow, really. All right. Actually, yeah, I might leave that in for highlight. Maybe. Yeah, all right, let's leave it in for highlight. Okay. So, okay, so we go select, and now it's on top. Oh, no, it's in between, isn't it? So, all right. So, we want to make this a bit bigger, and we want to turn it. And so I reckon about that level. So we'll have a lock here and we'll have a key under here. And yeah, just wait, because at the moment it looks confusing, but when we start to simplify it, it'll all make wonderful, wonderful sense. So what are we doing? Okay, blur, we've got render, we've got shadow. Oh, okay. So now we just start putting things in and start putting things together. So we've got image. I want this lock. So now I want to duplicate it because I actually want to split this up. So if we rotate that, now I'm going to flick that over. Okay, go about there, flick that over to there. Do we want to keep that bit in there? Oh, maybe. Maybe. And then this one, we will make a bit smaller. And I'll make it up there, I reckon. But, of course, we want to... Now, this is the other tool, which is draw mask. And we can either remove or we can add. At the moment, oh, we've only got one there. So let's make that bigger. And then we just remove what we don't want and just go around that key. Whoops. Now we've gone a bit too far. So let's go down and we click the add mask and we just add that bit back in. And that's okay. And we don't need to worry about that other bit because we will be getting rid of it or putting it behind this other stuff. So then we can go here. Now this is just a bit of colouring in. Oh, we did it the wrong way around. Hello. It's okay. We can fix. Just go Control Z for everything. Oh, too big. Okay. Definitely want to get rid of that. Do we want to add? Maybe to make it visually. Maybe just make that a bit smaller. And yeah, maybe we'll do that. So then we pass these two things. Where's that layer? Lock and key. Where's that one? Oh, that's that one there. So let's just rename this. So this will be phone. And this one will be lock. And this one will be key. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. And this one here will be me. And this one here will be background. Okay. We are starting to make sense. All right. Now this key, I reckon we could make that a bit bigger. Yeah, make it a bit bigger. You can make it a bit bigger again. Actually, what about that key lock phone? All right, let's do phone. And just make that phone a bit bigger. Yeah, that's it. And then the key can be maybe a bit smaller, but not too much. And then the lock, maybe a bit bigger. Maybe about there. But we can still see it, and it's in maybe a bit smaller. There we go. Okay. Now, again, I know I'm just being fiddly, but this is easy. It really, really is. So, now, comes the next bit. So we're going to put the lock underneath phone and the key, or the other way around. So now we are going to do, I think I might just make one plain color. Let's make this red, and we're going to put it behind here, and just, and then we'll put it behind the phone. Perfect. But we want to just take the edges out. Now, oh, actually, can I outline shadow? No, 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 no. Okay. So let's duplicate the shape, and then we right click, and then we go merge down. And now, because before we wouldn't be able to do this edge thing, and now we can just take away those edges. Look at that. Looking good. Okay. Now, I'm not sure about this lock. It might be focusing on that a bit too much. Let's go to lock. And, oh, no. Actually, what we might do is phone and shape. We are going to now put these two together. So now, when we move the phone, we've got them as one thing. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. But yes, so let's go to, let's get rid of that. No, let's get the phone. We're happy with that. So we can lock that in place, and now we can manipulate all the other stuff. Maybe we'll just do that. Make that a bit bigger. Yeah, let's just do that. And then that one can go there. Excellent. Okay. Now one other thing is, oh yeah, now we can do a bit of text. Actually, this is one, well, this is the tool that I think everybody needs, so I haven't really put this one in. Small is just putting in text. I mean, I think everybody knows that one, but it is something we need to put in. Whoop, hang on, no, 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 come here. Let's just make that size. Try and get it. Actually, sometimes if it's a bit fiddly, we can just make it a bit small, a bit bigger, and we can make, yeah, that's better. Small creator. Try and get that in the center-ish. So what we'll do is make the background, make that one black, I reckon. Okay. Small creator, and then we'll do another one. Oh, actually, small creator. Now, I like using one type of font. Why isn't that? There we go. I like using one type of font because it's, the more times you use that one font, it's kind of like branding. And so, actually, let's do that one and copy that, and we'll get rid of the background. So everything, if you keep doing the same thing, it's branding, boss level, unlocked. Okay. So then, nothing wrong with a bit of branding. Boss level. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, boss level unlocked. Okay, so this might be where, I don't know, where you finish. But I think we can just level it up, and we've still got a few other things yet. Now, what have we done? We've done cutout, we've done Lasso Tool. Without knowing it, we have done the render. because that is, which one's render again? Oh, that's the hammer here. And we've done the cutout tool. We've done the lasso tool. We've still got a few to go, but it's quite simple. So yeah, a lot of people would go, well, this is where I want to be. This is good enough. But I mean, this is great, but we want to make it better, don't we? Whoop, sorry about that. Let's just turn the sound off. Okay, so we want to make it better. And again, I haven't done anything that's actually hard yet. Not really. All it is up here. So it's just imagining what you want and then just fiddling with it to try and get it. And again, I haven't done anything much, but we want to just level this up because at the moment it's very stationary. There's a lot of things attracting your attention. Let's level it up. So let's, what level do we want it? We want it there, maybe. Doesn't really matter because we can move it. I want to go, and I think those lines look good. So let's add that. So now what level do we want? Under there, under the phone, under the lock, just above the background. Now, this is another tool. This tool is called the blending tool, and it's very simple. All we do is we get two layers together and we just blend it together. I mean, you can do this in Canva, you can do it in anything. And we go multiply, no, darken, no, and just experiment. Oh, that one doesn't look too bad. And we can just lower that down a bit. It's maybe lighten looks good. Soft light, no. What about hard light? Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. What if we were to do that? Actually, that looks pretty good. Hang on. Let's do that. But with the top layer, we are going to go with hue and saturation. Go with hue and it changes the color. And we change it that. We can do any color we want. Purple. See, if we go purple, it's very close to red. It's very distracting. I kind of like that. And let's saturate it up a bit. But when it comes to the background, because we can still affect the two layers, when it comes to the background, let's do shadows. Just make that a bit dark, maybe. Let's cancel that. And again, this is exposure. Yeah, let's do exposure. And yeah, let's darken that up a bit. And again, this is the next tool with color. We're changing the color. We are affecting color. And you know, let's go to temperature. We can make it even bluer. Actually, I don't mind that. Let's do that. And again, we can even darken that. Yeah, let's do, what about that level? That's too much. Yeah, look at that. Okay. See, something simple has made a big difference. Now, we've also got, what else can we do? Oh, yes. Let's go image. And we will go to here. Now, I want to put this above the key. And let's move that, tilt it that way. And we just want to make that inside here. So YouTube has now unlocked something for us. Now I'm going to, oh, let's just zoom in a bit. And Again, it's just trying to work out. There we go. Might go a little bit smaller so we can just see the shadow on the edges there. And then with the yeah, I'm gonna, and you wouldn't even need to really do this bit, but I'm going to cut that off there and cut that out. Oh, what happened? Oh, what level am I on? Oh, whoops. Okay, let's go back to YouTube and we'll cut that out there. Okay, cut that out. And like we said before, render. Get two images, merge down, and now it is just one image. Oh, and let's deselect by going Control D. And look at that. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, hang on. Sometimes you I've got my image here. Why can't I move? No. Deselect. There we go. Come on. Let's just go there we go. Doesn't really matter with the background anymore. This is what I mean. You fiddle too much and then suddenly you think, well, I don't need it. Okay. So that is it so far. But I still feel like we can level it up a bit more. And let's try something here. I am going to go do a bit of anime. Let's go there. How do we screen? Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, yes, and then all we have to do, because I'm thinking, oh, I might just cut all this out, but no, I can just put it below me. Look at that. That's better. Unlocking boss level. Look at that. Are you not excited? Let's just go there. Yeah, look at that. It's just different layers, different levels. And maybe if I go phone, we go filter, maybe we'll go bloom and just make that stand out a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. What about the lock? Use that in the right place. Nope, whoops. Now, if we don't want things to move action lines, we will lock that into place. Lock me into place. Oh, no, don't take me away. Right click, lock. Okay. So make sure that the lock is unlocked. What? And then we can move it around. Or do we? I don't mind that or that. Maybe that. And then we'll just make this a bit bigger. Yeah, okay. And maybe the action lines, we can, even though it's locked, we can still do stuff. Yeah, that's better. If we just go a little bit less on it, there we go. Boss level unlocked. Now, what we might do, exposure, highlights, shadows, highlights. Oh, no. Let's go saturation. Just make that a bit redder. So we just see A and B. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Okay. the key. Does it stand out enough? Now, here's the other bits. What have we done so far? Oh, now, the other part is the background. I feel like it's, well, it is blurry. But, just to show you, we can go Filter, Details, Gaussian Blur, and we can just make it a little bit, yeah, that's better. See, we can see like the light in the top here is just looking a little sharp. So if we just blur that out, it's a subtle thing, but that's blur. So we've done blur, we've done render, we've done blending, we've done color. Actually, let's do another bit with color. Over here, let's do me. It's still locked, but we can still do stuff. So let's do a bit of shadows. Oops. So make me a bit darker there. And we can go color lookup. So we can make, you know, different colors here. It's a bit green. Do we want me to make a little bit more blue? Yeah, let's just go a little bit blue. So we can do highlights, we can do shadows. Make me... no, you know what? Well, let's cancel that. Actually, yeah, I'm looking a little green there. So let's go back to color balance, midtones, and highlights seem a little bit... Yeah, there we go. Just make it a nicer blue. Oh, actually, let's... Yeah, let's... oh, I know. Temperature is another one. Yeah, that's better. So we got temperature, and we just, yeah, just a little bit, just to get that yellow out. And maybe we could go back to the background and just make that a little darker. Yeah, there we go. So everything just stands out a bit more. Look at that. That is looking great. Now, one thing we haven't done. Now, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've done 7. We've got one more to do, and this will just level it up even more. So let's go to me. Now I've rendered this, so I've done the layer upon a layer. Not going to do the add. And then I render it by just making it an object, so the background is now transparent. If I did this shadow without doing that, it glitches. The background that you got rid of comes back, and it glitches. So I select what we want for a shadow, and we go filter, drop shadow, and then I'll make it so we can see it. And let's go there. Look at that. So there's the shadow, but it's obviously a little bit much. So we can drop it back a little bit. Just to offset. Yeah, see, I can make it really sharp. And that's probably a bit much. And then we just blur it a bit. And it just offsets me to stand out from the background. Now, I want to do that with this as well, but I think I need to just, before we make this lock and phone all one thing, I am going to just do a couple of things here. Oh, now we are on, we're on text here, and we go to shadow, and we'll just make the shadow, and everything here is just small little things. If you are doing something that's, I guess, a big, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're trying to do a big, if you're trying to do a big jump, like, then it's too much. little bits is where professionals just do little increments, little things, and it makes a huge difference. So that's all we're doing. And I might just, yeah, let's do that so we can just make that stand out a bit more. But not too much that it's distracting. Okay, how are we looking for that? All right. Boss level unlocked. I'm liking it. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh yes. Now, let's go here again. This is just a small thing with the YouTube thing, and we'll go again. We'll go drop shadow. Now let's just pull it back a little bit. We're only doing a little one here. There we go. Is that a bit too much? Hang on, let's cancel and just zoom in. I mean, do we need it really? Let's try it again. We may not need it. Drop shadow. Drop shadow. Let's just go there. Just a fine line. Oops. But ever so slightly. Yeah, there we go. Is that a bit too much? Maybe offset a bit much. And it's just a slight thing. Probably can hardly see it, but that's all right. Are we happy with that? One more thing to go. And this is where I want to do the shadow again. But at the moment, the phone, the lock, and the phone, the lock. Oh, yeah, these things here I want to put together so I'll make it one image. So let's merge down the lock. Let's merge down, what was that? The YouTube thing, and then merge down the key. So now, and we haven't merged down. Oh, that's all right. We'll leave that because then we can change the wording. So let's go here and we'll phone and we will go drop shadow. And now we can make this stand out a bit more. So let's take the blur away. Let's take that and let's just see if we can get the angle right. I like that angle. A little bit of blur. And yeah, that's better. It stands out a bit more. Okay. I'm liking that. Now another thing we can do is go lines at the back here, filter, let's do vignette, and let's just darken. Yeah, there we go. Just darken the corners up a little bit, not much. And then there's one thing I like to do, which is a bit of branding. You don't have to do that, but it is just having the line around the edge. I don't know if it works or not, but it's a bit of branding that. So we've done everything. That is 7 tools. And you know what? Not one of those is hard. The hardest thing is just knowing what you want. And if you go through, and this is why it's so important to do your thumbnail and your title first, because now I've got an idea about what the video is going to be, and it makes it so much more interesting. So we have unlocked these 7 tools. Each one we've done, and even the fire there, that's the blending one. If you didn't know. But they're simple tools and all together, and you just do them little by little. Don't try and make them too drastic. And I'm liking that. Boss level unlocked. I might even make that a little bigger. What do you reckon? I mean, I could still fiddle with it a bit and, oops, go there. Is that, oh, maybe let's go down a smidge. Yeah, there we go. All right. I am happy with that. And the thing is, with thumbnails, we just need to make them simple. What could be more simpler than this? Simple. You have one idea, you make it simple. So, with thumbnails, like I just said, with thumbnails, if you have one idea, that's it. And then roll with that idea and just keep it to one idea. That's everything. So, go create something way awesome for God. And I'll catch you in the next one.